So next up, let's talk about reverb. Now, a lot of times when we think about bass, we think, why would we utilize reverb for anything? But the reality is that bass is also a wonderful instrument to do melodies with. It's a wonderful thing to layer, ambient parts of a song with. Again, we are all trying to serve the song as best we can, and sometimes, enjoying the high end of the guitar, utilizing its more expressive harmonics range on it is really good for the songwriting process and for creativity. Again, one of the things that's awesome about a bass is that, it sounds beautiful when played in a certain way. I like reverb a lot because sometimes it affects my phrasing to be more lyrical, right? So if let's say I'm doing like this, if it's a little, I can get a little bit, right? I'm now thinking in terms of space a little bit more because there's more space within the reverb that I'm, getting on the signal, right? It's also really beautiful if I'm trying to do things with harmonics. It's really nice. Like, again, don't let people tell you, as long as you're serving the song, that you can't enjoy being a songwriter, adding layers, things like this, in that way. If you listen to bands such as King Crimson, Tool, all these awesome prog bands, they utilize stuff like this all the time. There's many session players, including Pino Palladino and Tony Levin and the like, that have utilized reverb or little nice melodic parts in songs that are even giant hit songs. At the end of the day, serving the song and being a good songwriter is the main goal. But that doesn't necessarily specify that as long as you're not doing your responsibility as a bass player, you can't utilize the bass to write some really beautiful parts as well. This is what it really allows, and I really like practicing with it sometimes because it allows my phrasing to have a little bit more breadth. Same way guitar players utilize their tone to affect their phrasing, I find that if I'm practicing with a little bit of reverb on and it's just me, it allows me to have a little bit more space. Each note has a little bit more gravitas to it, and in general, it activates things about my creativity that I wouldn't have from a completely dry signal. So the same way, if you're playing by yourself or writing something, guitar players are rarely just, running their guitars completely dry. Utilizing this as a creative tool or a songwriting tool is completely valid, and I completely encourage it.